Algebra 1 kids, this is Dr. Callahan. How are you guys doing with week 1 Tuesday? I hope you guys had a good first day. The following are the 3 questions for your warm-up log. Again, if you do not have your warm-up log, you're welcome to pick up a hard copy from outside of B1 on campus, or you can go ahead and print it out yourself as an attachment. So go ahead and pause the video and answer the following 3 questions. All right, so given the fact that this is the second day that I've seen you guys, let's go ahead and get started with the assignment for this week. So as I'm over here, I'm looking at some of the things here. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know you must view the assignment in order to be marked present. So keep that in mind. And also, are we supposed to be work on the assignment all week or no? Watch the video for week 1 Monday's assignment and upload your work under assignment. So hopefully that answers some of your questions. So I'm going to go ahead and just go back to over here. If you take a look at this right here, this is your assignment from yesterday, week 1 Monday. There are 2 things that was attached. One is a guided notes. So if you don't have a hard copy, it is available either outside of my door, which is in B1. It's the first column right here. And also the warm up is there as well. Or you can click on this and then print it out yourself. So those are your 2 choices. The video is right here. I will highly suggest that you guys go ahead and watch the video so that way you know what is expected of you. And so for today, I'm going to go ahead and create a second assignment. And we'll go ahead and label this as week 1 Tuesday, Algebra 1, semester 2. And your instructions for this is going to be the following. Here are your instructions. So it's just going to say welcome to, I should just put welcome to distance learning. Watch today's video, fill out your guided notes in the white packet, do the activities, make sure you guys are doing this for 55 minutes. Just keep in mind that your attendance is taken by you viewing the assignment and your academic grade is determined by you uploading your assignment. So you need to do both of those in order to get a 10 for your grade, but also to be marked present, okay? Here's the next thing. Your video is gonna be on the following channel because you guys are in Algebra 1. So far, there's only one video there because it's the first, it's the second day of the semester, but that is going to be your video channel. And if you want to know what it looks like, you just go ahead and click on that. Paste it on there. I'm going to screen share this with you guys. And this is what it looks like. So this is going to be your channel for the entire semester. Last semester, we had about 78 videos. So this semester, I'm thinking about it's going to be around 80 because we have a few extra days. So this is a video for week 1 Monday, Algebra 1, semester 2. Today's video will be popping up here as well. So just keep that in mind. All right, so in addition to that, hard copies are available for you guys to pick up if you need hard copies outside of B1. And then if you take a look at this, this is your schedule for the semester. If you scroll in a little bit more, which I can't right now, but if you look at this right here, you guys are in my first period class. You need to be logging on and checking your attendance at 8:30 to 9:15. So your assignment should be done by 9:15 and you need to upload that. At the latest, I do my attendance by 3 o'clock, 3:30 of the same day. So if you do not check in with me and you do not have a viewed on the assignment, you won't be marked absent in a sense. So just keep that in mind. So this is the schedule and your entire day ends after 6th period, which is at 2:25. Every day that you check in with me and you do the assignment by uploading it, you guys get 10 points. If you don't upload it, you don't get the 10 points. I'll mark you present, which, you know, you viewed the assignment, but you're not going to get the 10 points. So just keep that in mind. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and post and assign. Awesome. So let's go ahead and proceed forward with today's lessons then. Last time I saw you guys, I had you guys complete the About Me. And also your mystery picture should be of a penguin and it should look something like this. All right, so today this is the breakdown of what we're going to be talking about. We're going to talk about exponents, which is going to be with your guided notes. There's going to be a bit of writing, so make sure you guys are writing fast. And this is kind of the breakdown. Your notes today looks like this. This is your guided notes for today. And again, if you need a copy of the guided notes, you can go ahead and obtain a copy outside of my door in B1. So that's the first page. Here's your second page. Third page. And so on and so forth. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to go ahead and get started with today's stuff. If for some reason you actually need a copy of this, what I'm going to do is I am going to post a copy of this just for week 1 Tuesday. On the assignment as well. So that way you guys have that readily available. So I'm going to go ahead and save this, save as, and let's save it into the Dropbox. And this is just going to be your guided notes, week 1 Tuesday, Algebra 1, semester 2. And I'm going to do that on a PDF and save. Okay, so then if you have that already, then let's go back to the MS Team. And just to make sure that your assignment pops up, which is right here. I'm going to go ahead and attach your week 1 Tuesday guided notes. And it's right there, open, and it's attaching. And there you have it. So if you click on this right here for week 1 Tuesday, and it doesn't do anything. Hold on a second. There we go. You will see the PDF that looks like this. And if you print it out, this is only going to be the assignment and things that you need just for today. Okay, and it's good to have this because that way you don't have to print out the whole thing in case you don't want to, like, you know, use up all the ink of your printer. So it's first page right here, second page, and then of course the third page right here. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and continue with this then. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started on the notes. Go ahead and turn over to this page right here. And we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so today we're gonna talk about exponents. And if you take a look at this, exponent looks like something like that. If you were to go ahead and expand that, take a look at this. 3 squared means that there are 2 3s. 3 to the 5th means that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3s. And then how many 3s do you have altogether? There are 7. So you can write it in exponential form, which is 3 to the 7th power. Now looking at the next one here, you have 2 to the 6th power. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And make sure you put multiplication signs in between them. And you have just 1 right there, so times by 2. And another way of writing this in exponential form is 2 to the 7th power. And if you look at it, all you're doing is you're doing the 6 plus a 1, which gives you a 7. All right, let's take a look over here. X to the 5th is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 x's, followed by x to the 8th, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then altogether, how many x's are there? Well, 5 plus 8 is going to give you a 13, so x to the 13th power. Now let's take a look at the last one, okay? 3a squared is saying it's 3a times a. Then you have 5a cubed, so that's times by 5, 1, 2, 3. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the numbers, so the 5 and the 3, and you're gonna multiply them, which gives you a 15, and then count the number of a's. And there are 5. So your answer is 15a to the 5th power. All right, let's talk about power rule. Okay, with power rule, keep in mind there's the exponent, expanded form, and exponential form. So what this power rule does is that because there's a 4, you need to distribute that 4 into the 8 and into the 5. So you have 8 to the 4th power times, hold on a second, just need a little typo here. Okay, 8 to the 5th power times 5. So then what is 5 times 4? It's going to be 20. So you could write 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 times multiplied together, or it's just 8 to the 20th power. Now, if you want to know what that's actually equal to, you want to grab your calculator because you'll need it, and you want to do 8, do the little caret, 20, and then hit enter. And the number that you're actually going to get is going to be a pretty big number because you're multiplying 8 20 times. And it's actually going to be, I hope you guys are ready for this. It's going to be 1, 1, 5, 2, 9, 1, 5, 0, 5. And then there's going to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 zeros after that. So it's a really big number, but that's why we write it in exponential form. So 8 to the 20 is sufficient. Next one, 8 to the 3rd times 4. So that's just, or excuse me, x to the 3rd times 4. So that's just x to the 12th power. Very last one, here we go. Let's go ahead and distribute that. 2 times 3 is a 6. 3 times 3 is a 9. So if I were to write this in expander form, it would be 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 times, and then times a 9 times. Okay, so then your exponential form, if you were to do 5 to the 6th power, you will get 15,625 a to the 9th power. And that is your answer. All right, let's talk about power of a product. Okay, so take a look at this one right here. Go ahead and read the first one. Now let's take a look at the second one, okay? So you're gonna have this 1 here and a 1 here. You're gonna multiply that 1 by the 4, so you distribute the 4th power. So 3 to the 4th power, x to the 4th power. If I were to write this in expanded form, what I can have here is going to be, you can have one of two things, okay? You can either have 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 4 times, and then 4 of the x's. Or what you can do is you can do 3x times 3x times 3x times 3x 4 times. Either way, you'll have the same answer. So 3 to the 4th power is just 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 4 times, and that's going to give you an 81, and then x to the 4th power is just x to the 4th power. All right, let's take a look at this one. Distribute the 2 or the square to the 2, 3, and the 4. You get 2 times 2 is the 4th power, 3 times 2 is the 6th power, 4 times 2 is to the 8th power. Grab your calculator. What is going to be 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 4 different times? That's going to give you 2,401. And of course, if you want to expand the y's, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the z's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2401 y to the 6th, z to the 8th is going to be your answer. Go ahead and read this one. All right, the last one, you guys, let's go ahead and distribute the cube. So we have a -5 squared a squared times b to the 3rd. What this means is you have -5 times -5 twice, a times a, and then b times b times b. Well, -5 times -5 is a positive 25. A squared b to the 3rd is your answer. All right, and then let's go ahead and proceed forward to the next page. So take a look at this chart that I have here. So we're on this page right here, and now I'm going to talk about quotient rule and negative exponents. But I'm going to make sure I have the template here available so we can go ahead and do that together. So go ahead and read it very quickly. Try to make sense of it. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with this one. We're starting off with a quotient rule that looks like this. And if you look at it, go ahead and read what's happening in the first one. All right, let's take a look at the second one over here, okay? So here, if I were to go and expand it, I have 100 times 100 times 100. Over on the bottom, 100 times 100, because there's 3 and then 2. And what ends up happening is that because you have the same numbers on top and bottom, you can just go ahead and cancel it. So you're left with 100, and your answer is just 100, okay? Take a look at the next one here. Now, instead of writing x 15 times, because I'm only at 6, 9, 12, 15, okay? And then writing the denominator 11 times, 6, 9, 11. And then proceeding to cancel, which takes a lot of time. And how many x's are you left on top? 4 of them. Rather than doing this, is there an easier way that we can do this because this takes a lot of time? Yes, there is. All you have to do is pick the smaller number. In this case, it's 11. Move it up, and it becomes a -11. and just subtract it. 15 minus 11 is 4. And guess what? That's the same answer as what you had by canceling. So you always subtract the smallest exponent. All right, let's take a look at the power of a quotient one, okay? So you go ahead and read the first one. And now I'm gonna go ahead and go over the second one. You want to go ahead and distribute that like this. If I were to do this in expanded form, I would have 4 m's and 4 8's. And unfortunately, I can't cancel anything here because they're not the same letters or the same numbers. So I just keep it as is. Now, if you want to go ahead and rewrite the 8, so it's 8 times 8 times 8 times 8 4 times, you will get a number of 4,096 on the bottom. All right, let's go on to the next one. With this one, you do the same thing, distribute the square. So a squared over 9 squared, which is a squared over 9 times 9. And that's just a squared over 81. And that is your answer. All right, let's take a look at negative exponents. Go ahead and read the first one right here. Let's take a look at the second one. Second one, notice that you have a -2 right here. I don't want a negative. So in order to make it a positive, I bring the whole thing down to the bottom. So I put a 1 on top. And once I bring it down to the bottom, it becomes a positive squared. So this is just going to be 1 times 5, which is 1 over 25. Do the same thing over here. Take that -4, bring it down to the bottom. Make sure you keep a 1 on top. And then you're going to have x to the 4th power. There's nothing to cancel, so your answer is just 1 over x to the 4th power. All right, let's talk about 0 exponents. Any number to the 0 power is not 0. It's always going to be 1. So go ahead and read the first one. For the second one, 17 to the 0 power is just going to be 17 to the 0 power, which is just going to be 1. Take a look at the third one. This entire thing to the 0 power is just going to be that entire thing to the 0 power, which is just going to be 1. So the rule is anything to the 0 power is always going to be not 0, but 1. Exclamation point. All right, you guys, I am pretty much done with this. Now, what I would like you guys to do for your assignment to practice with this is you are going to be doing the following. I would like you guys to go ahead and talk about a little bit of the vocabulary cards for this. So you need to have a few pieces of paper cut up and you're going to be writing things on the front and back. Okay, so on the front, you're going to Google the rules. And on the back of the card, you're going to Google examples to show the work and circle the answers. The first word you're going to be Googling is the word negative exponent, followed by a second card, which is going to be 0 exponent. Then you're going to Google power of a product of a powers property, followed by number 4, power of a power property. Continuing on with power of a product property. Number 6 is quotient of a power property. And number 7 is power of a quotient property. Number 8, the word polynomials. Number 9, adding and subtracting polynomials. 10, multiplying polynomials. So you're going to be Googling these 10 terms. Write this in the front of your card. And then on the back of your card, show an example of the 10 different things. All right. Your next task is to go ahead and take a look at this here. Can you build this? It's kind of like back in elementary school when you guys do like connect the dots, like you go from 1, 2, 3, etc., or A, B, C, D. But this is more like an algebra style. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to look at this and take a look at number 1. Number 1 is 7 squared. That's 7 times 7, which is 49. That's what we're going to start off with. Look on the right side. Where do you see 49? I see 49 right here. So that's where I'm going to be starting off with. Whoops. There's my 49. Let's do it on red so you can see better. Okay. Then I'm going to go to 2 to the 4th power, which is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And that's going to be 16. So where is 16 here? I see 16 right here. So I'm going to draw my line connecting the two dots. And then here I have -6 squared, which is going to be 1 over -6 times -6, which is 1 over 36. And where do I see that? Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I totally screwed that up. It's not a negative. Sorry. I thought it was like a -2. It's not a -2. It's a +2. So it's actually -6 times -6, which is 36. And I see that right here. So connect that. And you're going to continue with this. This is just 1 over 3 times 1 over 3 times 1 over 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Times 3 again is 27. So your answer is 1 over 27. And actually, no, it's not over 27. I'm totally screwing this up. Here, it's 2 of them. It's 1 over 9. Come on, Callahan, get it together. There we go. And you're going to continue with this until you completely formulate and build this picture. All right, you guys, those are your assignments for today. As always, stay safe and healthy, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.